Hello students, let us discuss about the Termwork number 5. In this Termwork, basically we'll be discussing about the uh, the white box testing methodology, and this will be done on a problem which is the grading procedure for the students. That is for different category of students, depending on the marks that is assigned for 6 subjects, different grades will be given to the students. Okay, and depending on the average marks, we'll identify whether the student has failed or whether the student has got C grade, B grade, etc. Okay, so this is the requirements for the problem, that is the grading system, and there are 6 marks as you can see here. So the 6 marks are the M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 and M6. Okay, so depending on these 6 marks, so for each of the students we'll calculate the grades, and then this grade will be basically on the average of these 6 subjects. If the mark is less than 35, greater than equal to 0, means it is failed. If it is less than 40, greater than equal to 35, it is C grade. If it is less than 50, greater than equal to 40, it is C plus grade. If it is less than 60, greater than equal to 50, it is B grade. Less than 70, greater than equal to 60, means B plus grade. Less than 80 and average mark is greater than equal to 70, means it is A grade, and less than equal to 100 and greater than equal to 80 means A plus grade. Okay, so this is the way the mark distribution is made for different grades. Now, depending on this problem statement, we'll go for the basis part, that is the identification of the path from the starting from that is the start node to the last node. Okay, so here in the as the algorithm goes, we since there are 6 decision making, or you can say there are 7 decision makings basically on this particular problem. So on the decision making part, since there are decisions predicates, I mean to say, you can have different basis path for that, right? So the basis path checking can be done on this problem. So it is there are 6 subjects, so 6 integer values which represent the marks of the students, and according to that criteria that we have discussed, it is the grades are assigned. Okay, if it is otherwise, it is considered to be the invalid input. So as I telling you that this is the we will be implementing basis path algorithm here. So basis path was proposed by Macbeth, as we have discussed in the theory class. So there the basis path are identified by following the predicates from the last node, where the outgoing degree of the node, that is the out degree of the node, is greater than or equal to 2. So in that particular, from that always in the last node, among the predicates, the last node, the decision, that particular uh, identification of the basis path is taken into account, and then after that again from the left hand side you keep on calculating the basis path. So second basis path will be one above the last node where the decision making is done. So that way all the basis path are identified. So basis path is important in the sense that from the basis path you can calculate any other path in the graph. Okay, so we identify here 6 basis path here in this particular technique. So for testing, we'll just test those all the basis paths. So these are the test cases. You can see there are 6 values for the marks are taken. So if all the marks are 0, then it's invalid input. So these are the test cases. In the test cases, we have the test description, the input data, expected output, actual output, status, right? So if all the input data are 0, that means the expected output is invalid. Actual output is also invalid. So the status is success. So when the actual output and the expected output matches, we give the status success. Otherwise, the status is fail. So similarly, if in the second case where we have less than equal to 35, so if less than 35 and greater than 0 means fail. So the average marks here is definitely greater than 0 and less than 35. So expected output is fail, actual output is also fail, and that is why the status is. You can see the Eclipse ID here. This is the Eclipse ID. So we'll double click on the Eclipse ID and we'll run this Eclipse ID. Okay. So now we are opening the Eclipse. Okay. Now the Eclipse got opened. We have to create a new project here. New Java project. Okay. So this will basically, we'll term this as Termwork 5. Okay. And then click on next. You don't have to do anything here, just click on this. Okay. Now what we find is the Termwork 5 here. You can see in the project explorer the Termwork 5 here. Now add a, selecting this Termwork 5, add a package here. Okay. Name the package. Let us name the package as P1. So finish. So the package P1 got added. So select the package P1 and add a class here. Okay. So class name should be same as the main function name. So we'll name this particular term as the student, because our suppose we are doing the main function name as student. Okay. So here where we have 5 different marks entry here. Okay. So there are 6 different mark entries here, the 46 different subjects. Okay. So we have this because we are taking this as the parameter passing, which are basically as the strings, so we'll have to convert it to integers before we calculate the sum and the average. So that is what is being done here. Sum of the 6 marks here in the sum variable, and then divided by 6 you get the average here. So given the average, we find different grades, checking the conditions, like the conditions average less than 35, average greater than 35, and greater than 0 means fail. Average less than 40, greater than 35 means the grade C. If average is less than 50 but greater than equal to 40, that means the C plus grade. Average is less than 60 but greater than equal to 50 means the grade is B. Average is less than 70 but average is greater than 60 means the grade is B plus. That way, if average is less than 80 and average greater than equal to 70 means A, and average less than equal to 100 and average greater than equal to 80 means A plus grade, otherwise it's a invalid input. So with this this much you know already, you have done these Java programs. Now what is new here is the test case execution. So for test case executions, we'll have prepared 8 test cases which will be executed through Java JUnit, which will be executed along with this program. I'll show you how to execute it. Next, we'll be doing that. Now you see we have all the 8 test cases here. Starting from here, you can see these 8 test cases with the 0 values means the invalid input. Okay, anything less than equal to anything less than 35 means fail but greater than 0. Okay, that way we will just have all the values here. So since we cannot name the function as A plus or B plus, so here instead of A plus we are writing AA, for B plus we are writing BB as the function name. Okay, so now to execute it, just right click on this particular JUnit test case and then you find run as. Here you see run as. Run as, the first option is to JUnit test case run. So JUnit test, you have to click on JUnit test and you will get this one. Okay, so click OK. So now you can observe here that we have no error, so the program is error free, and we don't have any failure also, because all the entries that we have given for deal here, you get this that all these are correctly executed. Now let's see, let us make the sum of the test cases wrong and then check the results. So now to suppose this grade C, will make this as the now the wrong result, suppose, and let us see that how whether the test case failed or not. Now see 35, here is 35, let us make it 85, okay, and save this program. Okay, now go to the Explorer, select this particular JUnit test case, and then execute it. So execution can be done from here also, so we'll just execute from here. See one thing, now you see the failure is 1. Failure is 1 means that particular test case has failed. So you can see the C plus has failed. Okay, so and because the average is gone above 50. Okay, similarly we can have the failure, suppose let us make the invalid condition a failure. Let us make 1 0 10. Okay, and save the program. Now go to the Explorer and select that particular JUnit test case program and execute. Okay, now you see there are 3 failures. So the invalid input condition has also failed because now the average is above the 0. Okay, it is above 0 means it is a failure condition. So that way we can check all the test conditions. Earlier it was all test conditions were correct. Correct means the actual output and the expected output are same. Now whenever there is a different between the expected output and the actual output, it does not match, we have a failure of the test case. If expected output and the actual output matches, then the test case passes. Okay, so that is how the test case gets executed. So thank you. Try this program on your own. You have to write this program and you have to execute it. Thank you.